Okay, cool. All right, Higher Than Ever Before. This one is sort of from, I guess, what you would call my batch of songs for the record. So I always sort of took this one to Howard and showed him and kind of just tried to channel all of the feelings that I had about what he was going through. And yeah, it was tricky to gel it with that because it was quite upbeat and euphoric. And yeah, the lyric Higher Than Ever Before just literally came to me. And it's me singing it. And originally it was just the same lyric the whole way through. I just wanted that one saying. Because I was writing by myself, and I was like, I today want to make a really euphoric hands in the air, everyone at Alexandra Palace moment, having a moment. But then I was like, I really like it because it's my first sort of attempt at a jungle tune. I'm really like pushing myself here. So maybe it can be on the album. So I asked Howard if he could rewrite the lyrics to make it make a bit more sense and relatable to him. And so he switched the whole meaning of the higher bit from being higher than ever before to being drowning your sorrows in weed, basically. So being high in that way. So I was like, it's close enough to being to do with Howard now. It can make it on there. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very proud of it because it was just stepping into like new tempo, new speed, new genre. I've never really tried to like make jungle. So.
And I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there.
You made it with, what's his actual name? Circuit?
I made it with, my friend Henry.
Henry.
His name's Circuit. He is a big, very successsssuccessful writer in LA. He's written a lot of songs. He wrote Unholy with Sam. So that's how we first got linked up, because I went to like Sam's Grammy party or something.
I think
Unholy won something.
Right.
And I met Circuit there after, and we were, we've been talking for ages. We've never like got together and done something. And he lives in Laurel Canyon, where I live. So it was like, okay, see you next week. So got together at his, and yeah, I looked for his discography. I was like, oh my God. Like, he wrote Wrecking Ball for Miley Cyrus and stuff like this. And I was like, this is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, like, it's because he doesn't even sing. You know, it's two producers, which I don't usually do that either.
Usually it is a bit annoying, that.
I've got it covered, yeah. It's like I need people like you. But he is like you too, man. He's great at,
his chords are cool.
So what happened is I went there and I asked to listen to his least favorite demos that he'd made and that he was not going to use.
Sick question.
Yeah, like what have you got, man, that is dead in the water, basically, yeah. And he played me about 20 things, maybe 30 things, and I really liked about 5, dragged them all in, and he played me this thing here, which he had named Gymnast, it looks like, which is Jupiter 8 with something else going on, and it's that. So that was the basis of the whole thing. Just goes round
it's
and
a
round.
really weird thing.
Yeah, I know. It's
cool.
Especially the ARP over the top.
Just the lead note of the harmony is a strange choice. It's just a bit weird. I'm into it.
That's what I liked about it. So yeah, kind of just had that looping in the room. Yeah, let it go round and round a few times, and it was kind of house for a bit, I think, because that's what I do. Huh? Yeah. Mate, the guy's
it's
got
really
bangers.
hard.
He's got a lot of tunes, man. Yeah.
It's hard to write over because of that weird lead note. Like, it's quite hard to write.
Maybe he got stuck with it. Yeah.
No.
I don't know, perhaps. But anyway, yeah, it was. Then the conversation was like, okay, well that sounds very Disclosure-y already because it's just big wow chorusy chords. Like, what can we do like that's fresh? And I was listening to a lot of jungle and drum and bass this year, and I was just kind of like, have you ever made a jungle tune? He was like, what is that? I was like, perfect. You have no idea either. Like, let's do that. And I was
he
like,
American?
No,
Where's he from?
He's I want to say like Swedish or something.
Right. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I might be wrong. Definitely not American.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, I was like, let's go into a genre we both don't know because we ain't doing pop and we're not doing Disclosure because Howard's not here. So let's just make jungle and see what happens. I just downloaded a bunch of almond breaks, like just what you need to get going with jungle, basically, and. He was loving it, man. Yeah, and the whole time I was just jamming these drums out, while he was tweaking he was re-recording the sample a bit with his Jupiter and making it sound a bit the way you hear it now. So yeah, once I had a couple of almond breaks in, they're all just classic almond breaks. Yeah, in fact, let's just start with the drums. So yeah, it's really like a call and response type thing. Is what I was going for.
That's
A,
what
B,
I
A, B,
liked
A,
about
B.
it when I first heard it. I liked that it was constant change like that.
Constant change, and I tried not to let it loop the same once at any point in the song. I think I got there in the end.
Constant change.
Yeah. I was like, if I'm doing breaks, we've got to chop these real nice, because people like you will know if I haven't if I haven't gone in on the chop. So this is all glued together and comped and whatever now. I don't know if I have a... this is the final product of like a lot of chopping up. So yeah, the first break is the classic, the almond break in a certain form. But it changes every time. You got something else backing it up. Yeah, just adding punch. And then the Bs are these ones. I like that one, yeah. That one's a bit more constant, but it has this underneath it, which changes a lot. I don't know what that is, but I love it underneath that. Yeah, and I'm just boosting it with like a bit of a kick underneath. So you got all those like reverses in there and stuff. Yeah, it's all comped now, so you can't really see how I did it all. But yeah, it's a big old collage of breaks just glued together. And I had a good time doing it. I always sort of didn't listen to jungle and drum and bass in the past because it's a lot of the same breaks used over and over again. And as a drummer, I'm always kind of like, I wish I could use different sounds for that. So shied away from it a bit too much, I think. I didn't give it its respect that it deserves. But now I love chopping breaks. Good fun. That one.
It's actually surprising that you haven't gone into this earlier, being a drummer.
I know.
It's such a drummer type of music.
That one's in sun showers as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like a little ride going on. And I think that's like the Logic drum synth. Yeah. Just doing a bit of...
It's pretty nice, actually, isn't it?
Good, yeah. It's like a noise generator, isn't it, really? And then a couple of crashes. And, I'm proud of this. A fire alarm. Or a school bell.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. Don't really notice it, but...
I noticed the bell.
Yeah,
for sure.
you do?
noticed
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah.
That's in there.
That was me. Yeah.
Little monotribes. So yeah, the drums, they're just so choppy. Yeah, the end it gets really. I think that's my. Yeah, this bit I've gone.
This guy's drum solo.
That's my drum solo, baby. Yeah. I mean, if I could play that, that would be incredible.
You can't.
Live.
You tried. You can't.
The live show, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that would be tricky.
Yeah.
So
It was interesting for me, this tune, because, well, one, because I wasn't there when they started it, so that's unusual for a Disclosure song. But like I said, I heard those chords and I thought they were nice. You know, they're kind of simple chords. They're just one moving around. But the top note thing is really interesting, and I thought it like caught my ear in a strange way. And I wanted to change them. But so I was like, guy, have you got the MIDI to that? And he was like, nah, because like circuits just bounce them out and we've got the audio. So instead, what I had to do was write MIDI to go over them would change the feeling of them to make them how I wanted it to be without changing any of the notes in them, which was really hard. But I think we ended up getting...
Oh, man, I love
Yeah,
what
I think
you
it sounds
added.
cool.
It totally needed it, yeah. So here's what it was. And that's just like a simple octave up to...
Yeah.
So yeah, if you take that off, Howard's added these little bits here, which sound funny on their own, but... My favorite one is... That is, yeah, that, when you put that all together, the doom, doom, doom was totally lacking before.
It just sounds a bit happier and a bit less like mean. Let's go straight to the drum
It's
solo.
more euphoric. Man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah. That's what all I was looking for.
A bit
with this
more
tune.
sparkly.
Yeah, pure like hands in the air moment. Where to next? we have
You
the main
tell me,
choppy
mate.
chords. Yeah, so this is this synth here, the main one. So that is Henry was like playing the keys, and they were block chords. And what he'd done is he'd made a synth on his computer where every note was him going the whole way up it, so he could play chords of his own voice, not just one note pitching around, but he'd sung the whole chromatic scale of this thing. So he was playing it like a choir, and I was like, that's kind of not really the vibe. But then he
was he playing like?
no block chords, so like
Can't do that. Oh, okay, right,
dun,
I thought you meant the
just
whole-
the chords.
whole thing.
Nah, so that's what I'm saying. It was like it felt like a hymn singing like a choir, like a ooey thing, which was originally like to go with the breakdown. You know?
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
it was
yeah,
super euphoric, so we were thinking like choir, angel voices, like, and then we'll get to the drop later. But then he put LFO tool on it and started manually drawing like every single chop. And I think it was LFO tool or one of the. I'd never seen it before, but he uses Fruity Loops, so I was just like not even looking at his laptop because I don't know how to use that. But he was doing some sort of volume envelope shaper curve thing, and it was doing that every time. And as soon as I heard that with the drums, I was like, oh, bro, yeah, like, absolutely the vibe. But, like, can you, like, basically just make it do what I sing? So I was doing what you usually do, walking around the room, humming melodies, but I'd just be, like, shouting the rhythm of what I wanted it to do, and then he'd be, like, on the graph, like, drawing the graph and the reverses and all this kind of thing. So we did a pretty good attempt at trying to make it different every time it goes around. But
I love when
oh god, it was a lot of
when there
graphs.
becomes something in music that musicians don't have terminology for, and you start just using sound.
Yeah.
Like you just be like, yeah, can you make it go like but.
That is what we were doing, especially when the extra note comes in. This part, like I would go to him, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd be like this, and like, I keep going. Yeah, it was really fun. I'm not usually the writer walking around the room thinking of melodies, so yeah, he kind of.
It's a fun job, isn't it?
It's really fun. Yeah, he totally let me get in there and do that. So, yeah, that was how we came up with the chop. It is all Henry's voice, all being volume enveloped aggressively, and then a lot of plugins. It looks like, which they're not doing much actually. Yeah, bit of compression, overdrive. That's doing a lot. Yeah, just bringing out the highs. Little resonance there that I didn't like. Hey, didn't like that at all. And then there's like, the ring shifter. I love that thing. Making it. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone here should use ring shifter.
Honestly, switch to Logic just for that plugin. Yeah, it's like the greatest plugin. I'm sure there's one on Ableton, but it is good. Yeah, and then just a bit of delay and reverb. Yeah, so that's how we came with the synth.
Also, just another note
Octave
on ring
up.
shifter. No one knows how it works. You just kind of guess. Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, you can't. No, it can't be done. Yeah. You just move stuff
Move it
around until
around,
it
man.
sounds good. Never question it.
I like all these little splashes here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think that's all just like automating a little delay unit. There's a track in here called Girl. And it's I don't know if you've noticed that she's even in there.
Emily, isn't it?
No, it's not Emily.
Who is it? Is it you?
No, it's just I don't know what it is. Probably Splice.
Oh, okay.
Probably just like some sort of sample pack from over the years of a girl just having a great time, it seems. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we'll stop it then.
Okay.
So she's just getting more and more excited throughout the tune. You know.
How could you not?
It's higher than ever before. I wanted more height. Strings, which is much classic me, one note the whole way through.
It looks like you got another note coming in. Is that an
Might
octave?
be the octave up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be there, right? It's just not complete without.
It's missing something if it's not there.
It's the Roy Ayers moment. Not as good. Yeah. Huge difference, yeah. As long as you pick the right one. I've picked a few where Howard's been like, the note, it only works over one of the chords. Oh, sorry.
It's a low hit rate.
You pick the note. Yeah. The bass line of this tune is Trillion. Anyone use Trillion? It's like Spectrasonic, same as Omnisphere and Keyscape and all those plugins, yeah.
This is like the only other thing I had any input in with this song, is the bass line.
Yeah. But we went through the MIDI together, make sure it all worked, yeah. I just love this picture. I was like, I've got to use that sound. Like she's the one in the sample.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
She's getting blasted by the sub. Yeah. So it's pretty substantial bass. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good plugin. It's the closest I've found to something sounding like that. Because the thing with like real Moogs versus the VSTs, I always find is the very first transient is never quite popping. That is really good, Trillion.
Why is that? Because it pops on the second one and the rest of the thing, but the first one you press is never that dope.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Why can't they just put a fake one in on all?
Well, you can, yeah. You can add like can't you? But
yeah,
it just out of the box. Monarch, I love Monarch. I use it all the time, and the Arturia one is good too. But I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to do it A or B. But Trillion's got a great front end. Like it just knocks off the bat. It's that initial thump. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I chose that. I tried a few out, but where it gets really fun is towards the end. And here we go again. We've got the Logic FM synth doing the crazy bit. And the reason I liked it was because it does the major harmonic, which the tune, and I knew if I picked like a square wave and it was doing minor harmonics or something, you would be like, it's not going to work. So I picked one
but
where...
the thing is, when it's jungle, I'm like, we're allowed notes that don't work.
No, I really felt like it would be better if it was that.
Crazy sound.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, and there's like a little bit of distortion automation going on. I use Shaperbox quite a bit with that. Oh wow, I actually don't know really what it's doing, but when does it come in? Oh, it's that stuff. So when it goes, yeah, I'm using it to just make it sound like the cutoff's going up even more, but without like the notes coming out, just noise, and just make it more exciting. Yeah. What else is there? Oh yeah, that's automating the synth. You can do some make it go mental. Yeah, so really it's a good choice if you want to make sure that all those harmonics are going to still be major, because a lot of time harmonics just kind of they work on some notes and then maybe some others they don't. That one just fitted like a glove to me. It just felt right. Yeah. So that's it with the chords. Is that chords over that bit? Yeah. Bonk. Dub delay. Cool choppy pals. That was definitely us together, right? We did that. Oh yeah, I've got a solo all these. Yeah. That's the last thing we did. I'll show you that after the vocal actually, because that is chopped from the vocal.
We got Professor Guy on vocals.
Yeah, baby.
Featuring Professor Guy.
It's me. It's amazing what 80 takes and all the plugins in the world can do for your voice.
Tell me about it. Yeah. Why'd you mute the first 4 on that bit?
Oh, these ones, because I wanted it to get wider as it progressed. So that it's, because it actually fades in. Yeah, it kind of comes in quite quiet.
Yeah.
And then when that volume jump happens, I just wanted it to really pop out. That's the first thing I sung in the room when I was just making the beat. First thing and the last thing, yeah. And I was never going to record it, and Henry came back in and was like, yeah, man, yeah, really cool.
Is that his?
Yeah,
his
that's his vibe,
accent?
yeah, put it down, man, yeah.
You're not sure where he's from, but you got the accent.
Yeah, the vibe, yeah,
Really nice.
very understated. It's good, yeah, put it on there.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sounds like a dude.
Yeah, he's great. I thought I'd put it straight through a Fairchild to try and help with the singing. Higher than ever before. Yeah, so this is 5 tracks. So 1 straight down the middle, like mono, and then 2 a bit left and right, and then the other 2 very left and right. And each one has got its bit of EQ and compression and stuff, but nothing crazy. It's very dry, and I recorded it through a really good mic, just like in my bedroom, actually, in LA, because it's like the dampest room. It's like all the other rooms are quite echoey, so I just went in my bedroom with my Apollo and just like told Emily to do not come in here.
She must have been like, what are you doing in there?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to the bedroom, don't come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just sat there and sung, and I did a lot of takes, man, yeah. I don't know if I've got them all, but...
Well, you had to re-record, because at first it was just higher than ever before, higher than ever before.
Yeah. There's
There were no
demo
other words.
vox here. What's that? Probably the same thing, just bounced down. That's what I did in the room with
Right,
Henry. Yeah,
before
higher,
the
never come
lyric.
down. Yeah. Na 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 na. It's proper like.
Yeah.
I remember listening to it back and thinking like, I've just got to deliver that completely differently. But the vibe was there, yeah. I liked it, so it stuck. Let's put that back. I don't think there's any other. Howard New Day. Oh yeah, that's what. So then, that's what you sent me
Oh, just as the lyrical
as a
thing,
guide.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just as the guide for me to sing. So I like deleted what I had there and just
Redid those
resung
lines.
those. Yeah, exactly. So that was the only sort of remote bit of recording and ideas,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
that we did. Is that here? Yeah. Oh no, it's here. B section. Black down. Black down. That's what I want. Yeah. Flying without moving on. I've literally chosen every note to make it more in tune.
Good. It worked.
Wizardry. Yeah. So there you go. If you can't sing,
You can tell it wasn't me that wrote it because there's no harmonies in it. Yes, sir. Question: can we get a microphone? Thank you. Question?
One thing I'm struggling with, funny enough, mixing some of Jamie's vocals
Oh, sick.
is when you have vocals like that are so high up and making them airy but not harsh, and I'm really struggling with like that like 11K areas, like obviously you want obviously want them airy, but like it's such a like unfriendly like frequency on the ears.
Yeah.
So I was
well,
wondering,
it's like it's a battle between air and de-essing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah.
have to do. Is
Well,
find
and
the
it
balance.
varies a lot from person to person as well. You
Mhm.
know, some people just naturally have like quiet sibilance when they sing compared to the sound of their voice, and so it's easy to like ramp up the high end and not get this crazy S. Whereas people like me are like sing really quiet but have like all over it, and it pisses guy off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, what I advise is if you're recording in through anything, even just a basic EQ or whatever it is, like record in with a lot of treble, almost too much, so the S's and the other stuff actually hurts. Because you can always take that away. I find it easier to take stuff away in mixing than to add what's not there. If you're boosting loads of highs from what's not there, you're also boosting all the noise from the mic and stuff. So go in a bit too hot, maybe, it's just what I do, and then DS fairly hard, and it's just a balancing act between all of it. I can just show you the chain is literally that, boosting loads with that gem dopamine, and then immediately de-essing, and then also putting it through soothe. That's also taking away harshness, right? But then the Chandler thing, I'm boosting it again. So it's like you're going up and down, up and down. There's no like, it's the same thing with like mastering, you know, putting a limiter on it and ramming it is not going to work. It's what you do leading up to it that's going to make the difference. Definitely try the whisper trick though. Like if you want to add
Whisper
air,
helps.
just whisper all over it and really subtly put it back there. You have to very carefully line them up so it doesn't sound like loads of vocals.
Because then you can just
That's-
de-ess the fuck out of the original one and have the S's in the whispers. Or you can do what Ed McFarlane does. Which like
he do?
Ed from
he
Friendly
do, yeah.
Fires, he'll record, not only does he record like every word separately of what he sings,
Yeah,
like
he's
any word he does
perfectionist.
it word by word. And he'll then go through and turn down every S manually from every take. It's just like I can't.
I do that too, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's-
I've been trying to do that
When-
recently as
Have
well.
you? Yeah, it's hard.
That's
hard
happening
work.
right there. Like that is an S right there that I thought was too loud. So
Yeah.
I've just chopped them out and what is it? Yeah, minus a couple of dB. There is no de-esser that is as good as manually turning it down. It's just, do you want to bother? You know. So in early stage when you're demoing, like obviously don't bother. But when you've committed to like, I think this track's on the album, then I would probably say manually de-ess everything if possible. Because a de-esser always adds an element of like lisp. Like if you go in a bit harsh, you know, they can.
I've noticed like in Take Six again. I'm going to reference them again. Anyone who doesn't know, Take Six are like the best a cappella jazz singing group ever. They're like gospel guys. They're
such a curveball that you. I love.
No, but the reason I bring it up is because they got 6 guys singing at the same time, all through mics like this, and so they have a real problem with the S's. And so what they do is they sing different. So they'll just sing like the word sleeps will be like sleeps. You know, they just de-ess themselves live. Like they just do less S.
That is skill, yeah.
Yeah, but after a while, like they all just always sing like that. And actually, I noticed it because one of them did like a solo gig, and I saw it, and he still did it. So it was like he was de-essing himself, even though he was the only one singing. And then I watched them live again at Alexandra Palace. Sick.
You watched them at Ali Palace?
Yeah, it was so sick.
Where was the invite?
I don't think I knew you at that point. We hadn't met yet. But yeah, they
What?
de-ess themselves. So Jamie, just do that, mate.
Okay. Yeah.
I think also, like, it's also a balance between like the air and the body. It's like if you have more air, you're not like it's difficult to get the body out of it. But what you did really well there is like even those impact sounds and stuff, you can still hear the vocal so clearly over it. So it's like, how have you covered like all bases?
Well, the other thing is make sure there's not loads going on there in the music. You know, if you've got loads of tambourines and shakers and hi-hats, you're already struggling for room for the air to exist, right? This tune has a lot of both, so I actually think that, you know, you could argue another engineer, another mixing engineer perhaps would roll off some of the highs in the drums to make room for the vocal. I just kind of thought it was fine, yeah. And I think just record in a bit too much treble than you think, because you can always manually de-ess, and it leaves you with the air on those vocals. And then again, if you don't want that, shelf the air down. But you can't make it if it's not there as easy, you know. You can just boost, and then you've got phasing, and you've got other problems. Try saturation too, man. You know, like if you've got a saturator like Saturn, you know, I've actually got it going on here. You can just boost or, you know, take away certain bits. So put loads of distortion on the high end, see what happens with that.
The voices just vary so much, you know. Like when I sing, I don't have that much air in the tone, but then like someone like Little Dragon, she's like 90% air.
Or
like,
Mariah Carey, right?
Yeah, totally.
That is just all just every word has over it.
Just all the time.
Yeah, but that's the whisper trick too, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I only like my voice in falsetto, so that's why I sung super high, and I just put I have like a little 500 series API rack, and one of them is like a fake Neve preamp. I just put the treble all the way up, and it just is like, the S's are hurting the headphones, but then you just control them, and you're left with this lovely sound.
Could someone bring me another unbranded bottle of water, please? Thanks, mate.
It's the same here as well, please, Tom. Thanks,
Where does this mic go as well, by the way?
Also, if there's
Cheers,
any black coffee going, I would also love a black coffee.
No, you don't need to do brand.
I don't think we do. Thanks. Vocal. So what if I think the vocals, there's not much to say. It's all pretty much EQ and just making them more airy. That's it. That was the aim of the game. Yeah, hear how harsh that is on the. Oh, that is what happens if you have the treble all the way up. But yeah, you just control it after the fact. So that's without, and then with, it's fine. Yeah. That's what I want. I'm boosting some stuff here as well. Flying without moving on.
It's pretty breathy, man.
Higher than ever before. Yeah. That's just looped. And then, yeah. Yeah, is that tremolator thing? Yeah, just a bit of automation. I feel like that's really in at the moment on dance tunes to just 16th note tremolo every vocal. And I feel like we did it in Never Enough.
Yeah, we've been on that for time.
Ages ago, right?
Yeah.
It never.
Everyone's
doing it.
Yeah.
Man, you all know where it came from.
Yeah.
I think we probably ripped it off.
I'm personally against it. I'm on the 8th notes nowadays.
I think Bicep did it first, and we ripped them off, probably. There's a vocal here that we wrote and did not include in the final mix. Here it is.
Oh yeah, you did this one. What was it?
The Keep Me Ups.
Oh yeah, I never liked these.
We had the Keep Me Ups and the Babies, and the Babies made it.
Babies made
and
it.
The Keep Me Ups did not make it. Yeah, Keep Me Up.
Just not feeling it, man.
It was too predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't excite me enough. But
Also,
it did
your
lead.
tone on it was way less breathy.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
don't know.
fit the other. It sounded like a different person came in.
It's because it's
Well,
not falsetto-y enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sing like a singer. But the Babies are good. We kept them.
Yeah, I always liked it.
Very liquid drum and bass vibe. But it did inspire us to make a better section here because it was kind of that or nothing for a while, just the chords back. So what we did is I bounced out all the vocals that I'd made there and put them into Serato Sampler. This is the old one now. They just updated it, didn't they? And so, yeah, just dragged in the acapella and just started, I think you and me started punching around, right? Until we came up with something we liked.
Yeah.
I think it was both of us, yeah. So that left us with this, which is way fresher and like more exciting, I think. Just more. Yeah, that's it.
What? Because we're missing the babies.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Where's the weird MIDI bit that we matched the da-da-da-da-da with?
Oh, yeah, in the chords. Yeah, so we just pitched it around, didn't we? I'm so into that bit, man. Yeah, is it? Actually, yeah, I bounced it. That is extra. What interval is that?
I think it's a 6 or something. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Is it needed? Probably not, but I think it's fun.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
necessary because we want it there.
There's a track here called Alchemy. What the hell is that? Is it Logic Alchemy just doing something? That's why that didn't make it.
No, that did make it. That is in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bounced it out and
Bounced it out
it's
and
somewhere
changed
else
it,
in the
yeah.
project. Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably the only time we actually used
Alchemy.
Alchemy on Alchemy.
Yeah. I know. It probably should have made.
You know what? Since Alchemy's come out, I've started using Alchemy way more.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Everyone was like, "Did you name it after the synth?" I was like, "What synth?" And then we looked at it. I was like, "This
Not
thing
at
is
all.
sick. I love this synth."
Very me. Yeah, that's that. What's extra note is that, yeah, that's every track.
Guy made a project, like a template project on my laptop to stop me like sending him shit projects. So it'd have like good samples in the drums and stuff instead of just like me writing to a click. And one of them is just the synth Alchemy with like no plugins. We just named it Use Me instead. And it's just so every time I'm looking through, like I don't know if I should use the same thing I always use. What should I do? And then I'm like, oh, thanks, guy. Yeah, cool. Alchemy.
Had some halftime drums. Scrapped in the end. didn't really need it. Yeah. So now I would also build all the extended mixes off of these projects by just doing like an alternative thing here. So extended mix, yeah. So I would start with the finished one and just go again, basically, to make the new, longer versions. That's every track. Yeah, there's not many parts with that tune. Chords, bass, drums, vocals.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Any questions? Anything you want to know? Now is the time.
Yes, sir.
Send out the mics.
I should have brought my glasses because not only can I not see anyone, I can't see what's going on this screen either. I'm just like, these are nice colours, man.
Can you see that?
Nah. See the
Really?
colours again. Yeah, man, my eyes are getting bad.
That's
Yeah.
really bad. Yeah.
I was wondering, what kind of like analog hardware outboard gear do you guys use? Because it's so interesting to see all the plugins and everything you do.
Yeah.
But Guy, you've mentioned a couple of times before that you go through like 500 series and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like recording in through amazing equipment if you can, and then just keep it all in the box after that. I don't do a lot of like running things out, and unless it's like, you know, one shot noises through some fun effects pedal or a guitar pedal or something. But yeah, if I'm using a Juno, I want to run it through something really lush on the way in to give it character, and then everything's plugins. Other than that, yeah, I think on the Discord there's a list of everything that I have in the studio. So you can see it all there. But yeah, in terms of this record, I don't really know what half of the stuff you were using was because it was not my studio.
Yeah,
so
it's all at my mate Donnie's studio in LA, which it's not like an expensive
It's not
bunch of
fancy,
stuff.
yeah.
No, he's a student, so it's all just kind of probably the same stuff you guys are using. I think his mic is decent. His mic was like a couple grand, but I don't know what it is.
yeah. But no, every other
Yeah.
vocal or part or synth was all just this Apollo Twin. I've got like a Neumann U87. We've got this SM7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 500 series stuff is like a Neve copy, an LA2A copy compressor, and then the Mag Air band. That's also how I record in, is like through that with the air like quite high. That gives you that. So yeah, and then I've got my little SSL 6 mixer. So it's kind of, I go through that if I just want something very plain and clean. I go through the 500 if I want some character or something put into the vocal. So these vocals were, I think, just done through the SSL because I just wanted them to be super clean because they're so airy and breathy. But if I was recording like Gregory Porter or someone, I'd go for the other route. Yeah, and yeah, you guys have seen my synths and stuff on the streams. Yeah, it's not a huge collection. My craziest synth is the Alesis Andromeda, which is a beast. And I still don't know how it works. I've had it for 8 years. It's mental.
It's another one of those ones.
It's mental.
You
Yeah.
just got to respect that thing and just try and fiddle with it. See
Yeah.
if it works. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. We are not, and I don't think we'll ever probably be big analog freaks. I don't know if there'll ever be a time in life where I'll be like, I finally want to build that wall of modular synths and nerd out. Hasn't occurred yet, so maybe one day, but
Not me. I can imagine you getting into that.
I think you should have loads of weird instruments at your house. Like
I have
old
some
medieval instruments.
Yeah,
like
I've got
lutes.
a Celeste. Not many people can say that.
More of that, man.
Yeah.
That suits you. Like weird flutes and.
We still haven't done the Celeste on a record. We should probably try and get that on there.
Yeah, not your Celeste. There is a
Yeah.
Celeste on Talk.
When we didn't use the... Oh, we were in America. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else? Anyone?
Hiya,
Oh yeah.
Jamie.
All right, Jamie.
Already
Yeah.
knew it was you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How we doing? You all right?
Yeah.
Good, mate. Yeah.
I've got a bit of a nerdier question, to be fair.
All right, Guy.
I know. Yeah, straight to Guy. So I noticed on Looking for Love on the drum bus, you were using a Pro MB for the on like near the end of the chain.
Oh yeah.
Is there a reason for that rather than the Pro Q? Are you doing something with like the
For that
selected
song,
bands
I when I opened it, I remember I was surprised it was there, and I think it was just slightly dipping the low mids.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all it was. Yeah.
Fair
If
enough.
you ever see a Pro MB, usually on my projects, I'm usually using it to sidechain a frequency with something else. So I'll
Yeah.
use the kick or the vocal or the guitar, whatever it is I want to take out. Kind of like what I was explaining earlier with Soothe. I've kind of switched to doing that with Soothe now because it's more precise. But let's say you have a bass line going, and instead of sidechaining the whole like volume, you just want to subchain the sub, and then leave like all of the detail above it there. Use the Pro MB, yeah, because then you can just target certain frequencies. That was nerdy.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's the
Yeah.
nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
There
Sorry.
you go.
I saw someone doing something with Pro MB where they were using the side chain from something, but not using that part of the frequency from the sound. So they're like something to do with vocals, where basically it was 4 sibilant sounds where they were taking down other parts from the mids from the synths to take down the highs from the thing. So
that's it.
it's
You can
pretty
use
interesting.
anything to trigger some other thing.
Yeah.
I got really into this album, just trying to make space for things to sit, you know, without really heavily manipulating stuff or having to do loads of automation. Moving things out the way, just subtly using the thing that you want to rise above is the best way to do that. Yeah.
That's super popular in pop.
Yeah.
To just send the lead vocal to the sidechain of everything else. Just all out the way.
Maybe not quite that, but
Pretty much. Like sometimes you hear it, you're like, really?
I think pads and long sustained things.
Harmonic stuff for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing it here too. Like the synth bus is Soothe and a Logic compressor, and I'm 99% sure the vocal is the thing that's triggering those. If we get there. Over here. Here. Yeah. So you see how Soothe is moving? That's how it would look if you put Soothe on the vocal, but that's on the synth track, so it's moving out of the way. Yeah. Just little touches like that along the way.
Nerd.
Yeah. Oh, I've actually got a good George Michael nerd fact as well, if you want another George Michael fact.
Always,
Howard.
yeah.
So, how do you guys think he got... Oh, I probably said this on stream. I think I already said it on stream.
I haven't
Don't
watched.
answer.
I haven't watched.
Yeah. How do you think he got the reverb on Older to sound so amazing on all the S sounds? Jesus to a child, you know?
Yeah, I know the sound.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a plate reverb.
Forget which type of
Okay.
reverb. It relates to this, the whole sending.
Does he
thing.
send through the mic?
It's so sick, bro. He got a de-esser, right? And instead of using it to squash the S's, he would invert it and use it to send. So anytime it would trigger, it would send to a reverb. Wow. So he used his S's like a crash cymbal. Yeah. To highlight.
That's sick.
Yeah. It's really cool. And you listen to that album now, and it's so over the top.
Yeah.
No.
So 80s.
I don't think anyone who was like engineering that session would have. Only an artist would think to do that. It's mental.
Yeah.
It's so extreme on all the record as well.
He was producing all that shit by that point.
You can tell with moves like that. You know, same as the Beatles. Like, let's slow down the whole thing on the mastering sessions. Like,
Oh, what G.
yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I've never heard someone do it since. Well, it's like his sound. Yeah.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything
Cheers.
else?
Yeah.
Fire away.
Hi, Ollie, bit of a rogue one.
Yeah.
Like about a year ago, I think you posted a video about, I think this is called I Can't Help But Love
Oh,
by
tune.
David Trask. I wonder if you ever did
You
it.
know that tune, right?
What's the one?
I can't help but love.
Oh, yeah, classic. Yeah.
Do you have a demo?
Oh, was I making a mix of it? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. I can't help but love.
With all the key changes, it's that one.
I don't think I ever did it.
I can't help but love. I can't help but love.
Yeah.
Right. Who's that by?
David Trask, I think.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I've got it in my sample this folder, and I don't think I ever did. That's
Please
just the
do.
original tune, right? Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah. I posted it saying sample this because I can't work.
I really feel like I did.
You were going to do it.
Yeah,
You said, like, because I posted it being like, someone sample this because I don't know what to do with it or something. And then you were like, well, now I have to do it. And then you never did it. So what's up?
I'm so sure I did. I just probably didn't export it because it didn't work out. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you on the Discord. Yeah, that is a tune though. That is
The
like,
intro especially is
oh my god,
fucked up.
the way he holds the
Yeah.
over the whole. Yeah, it's excellent.
That's a dope tune.
So good. All right. What else have we got in terms of demos that we could play? What's that? And it just goes to.
I muted the verse.
I thought this is all you made.
Yeah, no, the verse wasn't done.
Oh right, I never heard it.
Well, you stole it. That's why I didn't want you to have this song at all.
You don't want me gone. When the night's so white, you'll find the rain, darling. Feel yourself reliant, fading beneath.
Different words.
Just
It's
random
just scat.
words.
Yeah.
And talk on the phone.
When I heard that, I was like, oh, this has to go on. It has to go on the record.
Talk on the phone.
It's so sick.
Yeah, it's got
But I just thought
I'd
I'd never heard anything that sounds like that. It was like, wow, that's going to be fun to try and make. Shout out to our dad on guitar as well. On that one.
Yeah, oh yeah, we could talk about that. Depends what
Acoustic
people
guitar.
vote on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should vote. So before we have another little break, we have to choose between a little bit, Brown Eyes, Go the Distance, Talk on the Phone, Simply Won't Do, Sun Showers,
Purify.
We Were in Love, Purify.
Purify doesn't really
But
count.
we've got to kind of pick two or three to vote on.
Okay, so let's not do Purify because it's short, right? Yeah. So
Simply Won't Do.
little bit Go the Distance or Simply Won't Do.
Hands up for a little
Is that
bit.
a good voting system?
Hands up for a little
Yeah.
bit. Wow. Well, four.
For
Okay, fine. You can vote more than once.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Was it Go the Distance?
Yeah.
Go the Distance.
Go the Distance.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
the same.
It's pretty even.
Simply Won't Do.
Oh, they're waiting for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Simply Won't Do. Okay.
And that's it, right? We're not missing something.
Don't know.
Have to save it for another day.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Quick 15 minutes, and then I'll try and load it, see if it opens.